What's going on, everybody? Thanks for joining me on another episode. Today we're going to work on making ourselves a takedown poke pole. And the last video, everybody was asking me what I use, and typically I use like bamboo stakes you get at any garden center, and I use a lot of the top section on an old fishing rod that's broken off from the very bottom. So I like to reduce, reuse, and recycle. It's the best way to go. So that way you have a lot of free material. You know, maybe you might have to purchase some few items, especially glue. I use super glue gel to let it settle overnight. And also like bamboo stakes. That's pretty gonna be the bulk of your items. So let's get started. Okay, so here I believe this is a 7-foot or 6-foot bamboo pole here that I got at my local garden center like a year and a half ago. And like I have a ton of them. And this is like from an old fishing pole. And I took it broke off on the guides, so I just removed the rest. And I basically shaping that front section a little bit, if it could ever focus, but yeah, there you go. And then I have another piece of bamboo, which will be the midsection to where I'm gonna cut and find the right piece so I can glue it in here. So it allows me to set it in place, use a little bit of duct tape for that section, and we're golden. So yeah, we're gonna make a takedown poke pole. And before we get started, make sure to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, so that way you guys are always get a heads up on update on the next video. All right, let's get started. And also you're gonna need a tape measure and just any old like saw blade, really, nothing too fancy. All right, let's see here. We're gonna first measure the distance, what we need. So I believe this should be near 11 feet. So we're gonna break down maybe 5.5, so it'll fit in our car. All right, let's go from there. All right, so I did the measurement, and we are at about 10 feet, so which is not too bad. So we can break it down to 5-foot section, and then from there we're gonna cut that piece to make our mid joint. All right. So I've measured 5 feet to the middle to that. So I'm gonna basically just lightly score it, so that way I know where to cut. Okay, now that we've cut our poke poles in half, so like I said, we have a good 5-foot length for each section, which gives us a total of 10 feet. And like I said earlier, you have to find another bamboo stake or even a dowel rod that's gonna basically fit inside the shaft here. Okay, I just kind of went old school, and I kind of had to go a little bit of trial and error, cut certain pieces to match. So now that I have the correct inner stem, we're gonna basically place in here. We're gonna add a little bit of super glue, let that settle, and then we're gonna basically come back later on when the glue settles, and I'll show you guys how to put it on and fit it together. But I've already done the test film and it came out pretty good. All right, I'm gonna put that in place and add the glue. All right, so what I've done here, I'm using a super glue gel, which I got at Harbor Freight. And what I've done is basically added the glue inside, and what I'm gonna also do here is I'm gonna add a little bit of glue along the edges here. Okay, and so what that does, allows it to basically get a nice good adhesion inside, and plus it'll fill up that cavity. And that's pretty much it, and it doesn't have to be anything too fancy. So now all we need to do is really just let this glue dry overnight, and we're set. And to basically put everything together, we're gonna use a little bit of duct tape when we go out. When we join the two halves together, we're gonna basically duct tape on this joint so make it nice and sturdy. And that's pretty much it. So we're gonna let it dry, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the finishing touch. Okay, so I pretty much have let the glue dry for 24 hours. And what I've done also is notched the sections of the pole, so that way when I line them up, they're going to be just like how I cut it before. So all you do is in-slide the poles together. So now you have a really nice, clean, smooth pole. And of course, like I said, this is about a total of 10 feet. So now the hinge points could be right here on the main front of the pole. But yeah, so once you basically line up the two notches, you're gonna get some duct tape, okay, to give more support. And you're gonna wrap around, so you wanna give about a good 3 inches on each section. So you're gonna wrap around with the duct tape, add your line and your hook at the very front. And that's it. That's all you gotta add your bait, and you're ready to go poke poling. Now, if you guys really like this setup, make one. And if you'd like to see more content like these, DIY contents, let me know. Leave a comment below. And as always, thanks for watching, and make sure to like, share, and subscribe. See you on the next video.